Signs of an infantile man. How to recognize an infantile person. In this video, we will talk about how to determine if there is an infantile person nearby. Who is an infantile person? An infantile man is one who seems to have grown up, but inside he remains a little child. He is passive, he does not want to take on responsibility, he is afraid of the words in this life, and he is afraid of everything that is happening. And that is why it is easier for him to hand over all the responsibility for his own life to someone else, to the mother, wife, girlfriend, or anyone. Infantile individuals are actually childishly sensitive. They are impulsive. It is very difficult to build a relationship with such a man because if you decide to enter into such a relationship, be prepared to handle everything on your own and carry all the burdens. So now we will talk about the signs of how infantile behavior manifests in a man. Now let's talk about how to help a man cultivate his inner self. So the first indicator is egocentrism, meaning the man has grown up, but inside he remains a little child, and all children are somewhat egocentric. All little ones are focused on themselves. Thus, the man has grown up, but he has remained an egocentric. That is, he is the only one who comes first. And it is also difficult to talk about love here because he knows what love is in relation to him, and he cannot truly love in this state. They are often indifferent to the feelings of others, meaning they do not know how to empathize. It doesn't matter what happened to someone else. The main thing is that I'm doing well, I'm so wonderful. Furthermore, the unlimited influence of the mother serves as an indicator of an infantile man, meaning an underdeveloped psyche. He comes first, mother comes second, and only in third place will you be in such a relationship. The mother will always be present, the mother will know better. He will call and consult with his mother. He will often rely on his mother and talk about his mother. Here, relationships can actually be built only with the consent of the mother, meaning that your relationship depends on the approval of the mother-in-law, and your love will essentially depend on that same mother-in-law. Next, the image of a teenager, meaning a man who seems to have grown up and perhaps it's time to change something in his wardrobe, but he dresses like a teenager, and you see this, you don't like it yet. He seems to have remained in childhood. This is again an indicator that his personality is not formed. On the outside, he is an adult man, but inside, he is still a little child. Moving on. Irresponsibility. An infantile person cannot take on any responsibility. Infantile individuals often blame everyone around them. That is, if something happens, it means that everyone around is bad and everyone is to blame. An infantile person feels wronged by everyone. If it concerns work, then everyone treats him poorly and with bias. He may change jobs several times. Or it might be better for him not to go there at all because he is mistreated and unappreciated. If it is a conversation about women, the infantile man often projects his inadequacy onto the woman. That is, he says all women are mercantile. And this again serves as an indicator that the man is not fully developed. There will constantly be such words and thoughts that everyone hates him and everything is bad for him everywhere. So he tries to hide, to find his mother, his protection. Often infantile individuals do not work. They live off others because everyone around them hurts them. It's like a small child who doesn't want to go to kindergarten because he prefers to stay at home with his mother. Next, a reluctance to develop. That is, he has no goals, no determination, no tasks for the upcoming year, and he lacks interests and aspirations. And this is again what characterizes an infantile person, and he is actually doing very well. If you live with your mother, then it's good with your mother. If you haven't done any repairs for a long time, then it's good as it is. If you want to change something, why is everything already fine? He has enough of everything. He is content with everything. In other words, he has no aspirations in any area to move further. You will have to carry everything on your own. That is, if you want that renovation again, then you will have to earn for it. Do that renovation because he is fine as it is. He finds it interesting. He doesn't need it, and he may not participate in it at all. Moving on. Domestic disability. This is another characteristic of an infantile man. That is, household responsibilities are not shared. He cannot do anything around the house, and often he cannot even take care of his own tidiness. This means that his wife has to do everything. And the woman often takes on this responsibility as well. This means that the man is financially dependent. He may not work anywhere or constantly switch from one job to another, which means there is no stability. And he also does not take any responsibility at home. He is unable to accept criticism, he gets offended, can be aggressive, and withdraws into himself. Even if it is constructive criticism, meaning that someone is pointing out something that actually exists, a mature and self-sufficient person will listen to the criticism and may take some useful points for the future. In contrast, an immature person will get offended, hide away, become aggressive, and may even cut you out of their life. Furthermore, he lives for the moment. He does not know how to plan. For example, the children need boots, but he will spend all the money on his own entertainment because he wants to do so right now. He doesn't think about what someone else might need. He doesn't think about the need to plan anything, and he doesn't consider the budget. He is ready to live for today, and whatever happens next, happens. And lastly, he demands a huge amount of attention. If you live with such a man, you are his wife, mother, nanny, or whatever, a friend, meaning you will solve all his problems. You will be there for him. You will wipe his nose like a small child, and if he is 3, 7, or 2, he will be in distress, and you will just stand over him without leaving. That is, this man has physically grown, but emotionally and psychologically he has not developed as a person, and he essentially does not understand how to do that. So now we will talk about how to help him come to the point of growing internally. If you want to maintain a relationship with such a man, you need to be patient. And here, women's wisdom is very important because he needs to be nurtured, and you should cultivate the best qualities in him. How to do this? They need to be observed. You may see some early signs of wonderful qualities, but they are still forming, and you are observing. Praise him for these small manifestations. Praise him, talk about what he does well, that he is doing great, and that he can really succeed in everything. He will start to believe in himself. It is very difficult for a child to cope with the circumstances of life because they lack faith in themselves. An infantile person is like a child. One must first believe in them for them to grow internally. That is, if you want to be that kind of person, nurture him, believe in him, and praise him for even small achievements. Even if at some point you feel like saying, there's no reason to praise him for this, others do much more, and here I am praising him for this little thing, go ahead and praise him. Try it this way if nothing else has worked, and you may see that the man next to you will start to grow and feel his strength. Next, gradually step out of the role of a mother. Slowly hand over some responsibilities, meaning you are entrusting that responsibility. For example, if he is not working anywhere, give him more responsibilities at home. Let him respond. Let him understand that he is capable, that he can do more, and can take on more responsibilities. And when he starts to succeed, he will succeed even more. He understands that he can do this and that and that. His self-esteem will grow, and he will understand that he is capable of overcoming difficulties and solving problems. And lastly, motivate him. Talk about your dreams, your desires. Talk about what may await you in the future. Be wise, not cunning. Cunning is always about unhealthy relationships. Wisdom is truly about how one person can indeed help another person will grow. Cultivate the best qualities, believe in them, give them wings, and it is quite possible that this man will pleasantly surprise you over time. But you will need to gather strength and patience if you want a relationship with such a man. That's all I have for this video. This was me, Alice Vardomska. I hope for your likes and subscriptions. Write in the comments what you would like to discuss in my new videos. Bye everyone.